living the good life.
You want to tell the people what this is all about?
Sure. That's where Devin and I met, man. We were both working at. He was working at Aspire as a lead on the Shield. They were doing that was the game they were going to publish. This game on PS2, and I was a composer that wanted to get into the video game industry, and I thought, well, shit, I'll get a job as a tester, and maybe I'll get some info and slide my way into being a composer. That's not the way it worked, but we both ended up working on the Shield, and that's where I met Devin and a host of other dudes, and it was honestly one of the more fun places I've ever worked. Not that it was a fun place to work, but the people were really fun. So, you know. That was in 2006.
2006.
Yeah, dude. We're coming up on 20 years on that shit.
That's out of control.
It is out of control.
Oh, so just a quick backstory on how the Shield came to be. So, Aspire, we talked about them briefly before.
Dude, it's PTSD.
Really?
Oh, when that thing came up, it was immediate. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, man, it has been a while since we looked at this shit, dude. I literally have not touched this game since, it re-released.
Oh, the early level's too low. This game had a lot of problems, man. What is the level? The Kill 20 Black Guys level.
The Kill 20 Black Guys, yeah. We'll get there. So basically, Aspire, we talked about this company before. They're the ones right now that are currently making the Knights of the Old Republic remake. Back in the day when we were working there, particularly when I first started working there, the big title they were putting out was Stubbs the Zombie. That was made by Alex Seropian, who was a developer on the Halo series. He split off from Bungie to do his own thing. Now, and I've since grown a better appreciation for that Stubbs game than I had at the time, but Aspire as a company at the time didn't really quite know what they wanted to do. Like, they had their fingers in a lot of pots. Their moneymaker was porting PC games over to the Mac. So they were the preeminent Mac publisher at the time, probably still today even. But they also had a film producing side. They were putting out indie movies here and there. They had a music side. They were putting out albums here and there.
When I was there, that was not a thing.
It was still a thing when you got there, but they phased it out, I think, at some point.
I never heard anything about that whatsoever.
Really? That's crazy.
That was I
wonder if any of that sort of stuff is like on their Wikipedia or anything. Which is a shame. Like I really was curious about. Like I had no idea what they did at the time, but now I'm kind of curious. Like what musicians were they putting out? What media were they actually?
They're all in on this KOTOR shit, dude.
Of course. Why wouldn't they be?
It's taken them a long time.
Yeah, this is
the legitimacy that they've always sought.
And like even when we were there, they were doing like. They were making their own Sims expansion.
Well, they got into it with EA when I worked there, and it was a big deal. They were like, they had all these rules, or like, when EA people come, they cannot see a CD out anywhere. And I was like,
yeah, they were definitely trying to get into good graces there.
I think you made it up.
I didn't make it up, man. I'm pretty positive.
You're pretty positive. I'm pretty positive.
I'm pretty positive. That they were putting out other shit besides just games. Anyways, what I was getting at was that they eventually got to a point where they didn't want to just do ports. They wanted to start actually publishing.
Shield 7.0, dude.
What?
I know. That even we thought they bought that shit back in the day.
I don't think I recall seeing this ever. 7 out of 10?
IMDb, I didn't know IMDb rated game.
Maybe we're wrong about this game.
We're not.
But they wanted to get more into publishing. So what they started to do was they started to, at Dreamfall, this was one of the first ones to do, they started looking for titles that were mostly developed by independent studios and basically Gothic 3.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mora has no need for gold.
sword.
Dude, That game was just a brutal beatdown of frustration.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
I thought Daniel was going to lose his fucking shit over that.
This game was impossibly difficult.
Daniel actually lives in Austin now.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw him long ago.
Oh, you saw him?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since 2007.
I saw him downtown when I was working down there. That was about 2019, I guess. No, I was just saying that, oh, see? Growing a beard, documentary short.
Okay, well, that was 3 years before I worked there. Ha! No way!
What?
That poster was at Tequila, dude.
What?
Tequila did the sound for that. Click on that. That was done by someone that we worked with a lot. Like, oh, Mike Wolf directed it. Mike Wolf is the head of Beef and Pie. Beef and Pie is a production company. Mike Wolf used to be at GST&M. Mike Wolf and Wally Williams are friends. And I've worked with Mike Wolf quite a bit. I actually did a blood drive song for them for a commercial for the blood drive of Texas or whatever about a year ago, maybe.
Oh, that's cool then.
I ripped off of the Superman theme.
So so Tequila did the music for this?
I probably did the sound mix and maybe the music too, probably.
Apartment.
Shayna, yeah, she recorded some ADR and.
Gourds, whatever that
Yeah,
is.
that's a band. It's a local band.
Okay.
They're actually well known. They were from here, but they're well known. But they're like an Americana band.
Okay. Well, you see, I wasn't lying. I wasn't making things up. They did. They did.
I didn't think you were lying.
They did.
But that I wouldn't. I'm not sure I would count that movie as a. I mean, they probably put some money. But I always thought that was more of a Mike Wolf thing. I didn't know that Inspire was involved at all in that.
I mean, they must have published it or something. Even if they didn't like fund the development of it, I guess they must have just live from Shiva's dance floor.
I don't know about that shit. Again, 3 years before.
Link letter. Your link letter. So Lasako about the Twin Towers.
Short by Richard Lee. This was obviously there was something they got into in 2003, and they dipped their toe into it and quickly realized that.
Yeah, by the time that
Mac ports were where it was at.
Yeah, they definitely dipped out on that. But anyways, so the whole purpose of what I was going down there was they started bringing in these unfinished titles, and one of them was The Shield.
What is Observer?
What?
Observer. I don't know.
Oh, this is like way more recent, 2017.
Yeah, I'm like they did something recent.
Rutger Hauer.
Holy shit! Looks like he actually they used his image too.
Yeah, I thought he looked familiar. So, yeah, this came across our table, and at the time when they were evaluating those indie games, what they would do is they would come to someone in QA and be like, hey, we've got this game to evaluate, could you play it and then write something up about your experience? And
so you actually were involved in the green lighting of this biznatch?
Yeah, unfortunately. It kind of worked ironically because I intentionally wrote my I guess review of the demo they gave me in such a way that it communicated to them the only way that this game would be a feasible playable game and a fun one at that would be to redesign it from the ground up. Basically, I had all these things about this doesn't work well, this doesn't feel good, this doesn't work well, this, and basically they were like, okay, we're good, and they greenlit it. And they did do they implemented some changes that I put in, but really they didn't really touch on much. They didn't. They
pulled
do
all
much.
the downset out, right?
They pulled. So
see,
the
game got worse from when I first started to when I finished because it was almost done it was done when I first started working on it. But they were just kind of going over shit at the end, making little tweaks and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of it got worse. All the fucking theme song.
Is that did it show that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Well.
I never played it on hard. I don't know.
Just play it on normal then.
Previously on The Shield.
Oh shit, right from the show.
Don't you remember when they almost lost this? They almost lost
He's Al Capone with a badge.
They almost lost the rights to this.
Man, Vic.
No, I know. I don't like it any more than you do. We can't afford to take another hit right now.
Can't really be talking about making off with the Armenian mob's entire western U.S. kitty.
Goddamn Eastern Euros can't keep track of their own plutonium.
No, it was like right before.
I don't remember when they almost lost it.
Right before the game was about to go
They kill
gold,
these Armenians like a
they
farm
came
money
back
train
and
gas.
said
Which means
that
still
they
think
may
we're
not have the
inside job.
rights to
Oh,
a piece
right.
of video.
You're right.
And we were like, if you lose the piece of video, take the game and throw it in the trash because
I
that's
forgot
the
about
only thing
that.
that really ties it to the show.
Jesus looked
Wow. Did you ever watch this show?
He'll explain the severed feet. Margot's
Me
the big
either,
brick
but
best
like,
guy.
it's kind of a seminal show
Yeah, I hear it's great.
as far as like prestige TV.
It was definitely proto prestige, like it was
Yeah.
like one of the first shows where the anti-hero, the good guys were the bad guys,
Yeah,
you know,
it was
and there were no good guys.
gritty, all of that sort of stuff.
It's my ulcers. What I've been doing every night for the
Lim,
last
I remember Lim.
I've always gone along with everything you ever wanted.
They referenced something in here called like a money train.
Deeper into shit.
I didn't watch any of the show. Everything I knew about the show,
Yeah,
I got
that's
from
from
this
the
game.
game. And from this little
One little teaser.
There's Goma's house from Margot's. Margot.
Oh, I remember.
Confiscated
Oh, no.
contraband you find.
Alright, mission. During each mission, Vic will receive objectives. When an objective is first received, it will be displayed at the bottom of the screen. To view your current objective, press start. And to select objectives, or just press...
I don't think I ever selected any fucking objective.
I don't think I
just
did either.
Played the game over and over and over again.
Oh my god, there's so much text up front.
I know.
Like... Wait, hold on. I hit the right thing?
So, a little background about this, and it's great that you have this. I mean, you needed to have this. But a little background about this title. So, Devin was the team lead of all testing for this game, and I was on his team, and that's where I met him. But I recorded the entire playthrough that went to Sony.
Stand here. Oh, you did? I can't
did.
remember that. Stand near
Yeah.
a door and press X. Okay. Oh, I remember this. I remember all of this now. But yeah, the controller vibrates when you push stuff. That was a big deal for them. Was how you got that box to crash the game during our cert.
Oh, dude. Those guys.
Oh, the cert!
Oh, yeah, son! What? You failed, dude.
Doesn't it make some noise when it fails too? It's like...
I can't remember now.
I'm gonna have to turn this up a little bit for that. I want to hear... I can't research it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Look at
We got one
that cover. This game
Yeah.
had cover.
Yeah. And it was the weird over-the-shoulder shit when you shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. every time you fail.
Every time you fail.
And so a little bit about that little snippet in the theme song. So originally, the game the soundtrack was by a band called Downset, and
Looky
the
what I found.
drugs.
Drugs. The success. Drugs. Wait, I want to hear the noise that makes when you succeed. Yeah, it's just that shitty
Looky
guitar.
what I
And the
found.
funny thing is that like to succeed, all you got to do is navigate the thing to the middle of the badge. It's like super easy.
Well, yeah, it's not to the middle. There's it's a hit spot, and your little circle grows when you're
Oh,
farther away from
okay.
it, and it shrinks whenever you're closer to it. So yeah, if you see like, I can't find it. And I heard it play it.
I want to say that was a last minute addition to like use those sound effects, like but
I think so.
because they weren't originally the sound effects that I think that was an issue that
Yeah.
they needed sound effects for that part, and they just decided to recycle the music. So the music for this game was originally the original theme song, and the thing you're hearing at the beginning of the game is not the theme song from the show. It's a re-record that some company called Womb Audio, which does game audio, recorded for Aspire.
This.
And I, being a composer, was temporarily tasked with doing that, like for a day. They're like, yeah, you can. They came to me like, you think you could re-record because they lost the rights to all the music. And the thing is the game was originally going to be for Sega.
They lost the right for all the music because they had basically just copied and pasted a Downset album from a band called Downset.
Yeah, but Downset had agreed.
Take this.
I don't recall that part.
See, I had heard that they were that was on purpose. It was like that they had agreed, but the problem was they had agreed back when it was a much bigger game. It was going to come out on Sega. It was going to be a Sega title at one point, and it was actually something else before that.
Great.
Like for the Dreamcast or something?
Yeah.
Oh, the Dream.
Not for Dreamcast. It was
Just published by Sega.
Published by Sega. I want to say the history is that originally Warner Brothers was going to put the game out, and they had made the game for Warner Brothers or Fox because it was on FX.
Oh.
So that's where the game got made. Fox had a video game company, and they made a game out of this, and the company. What was the studio that did this?
Viewpoint or Point of View or something like
Point
that.
of View, I think, is what. So Point of View made this for Fox, and then Fox folded their games division towards the end. Well, the issue is that Downset, that was all a license through Fox, and so then it temporarily went to Sega, I think, and then ended up at Aspire. So by the time we got it, it was like sloppy thirds, and all that music and the theme and a lot of the show from the assets from the show they lost. At the and it was weird. What's weird is that it was obvious that the people in the game didn't even know, the people at Aspire didn't even know that that was an issue until literally the fucking last minute. That they might not even be able to use the video at the beginning. And they'd already paid for it, so they actually had to pay to use the video. At the end, they just had to fucking write a check. I can't remember what it was for, but they did lose all the money, so they had to have every sound, every audio, all the music re-recorded the last second. I thought, because I was a professional composer and I was basically working in the testing department, they would let me take a stab at it. And they did let me take a stab at the theme song for a day, but before it lasted a day, and then they told me, actually, no, we're not going to, the producer girl, which is a girl named Amanda, told me that she's like, honestly, they just don't really want to use someone from the testing department. They just don't really feel comfortable, and so they just don't really want to use professional. And I was like, well, I am kind of a professional. Like, no, you work over here. If you, why would you work over here if you were a professional? And it was an interesting life lesson for me. But one of the things that was really funny is that when they made the new music. And it came out. See, Daniel was another guy that was on the team, and he and I carpooled every day. And so he was aware that the shit was going on. And when the new music came out from the company in LA, it wasn't very good. If you listen to the music, it's pretty shitty. And the whole show and the theme, they re-recorded the theme, pretty shitty too. And he bugged it.
You bugged the music.
He bugged the music and said that the theme didn't sound like the original theme.
Oh boy!
Just basically to piss off, because I think he was pretty frustrated. I think he also had pun intended, aspirations of possibly moving up, and that just felt like that there was it was obvious that wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? And that was going to happen for us.
Your heat meter is shown on the badge in the top left corner of the screen. Certain actions affect Vic's heat. The higher the heat is, the more likely Acevedo will be to suspend him. So yeah, this is kind of, oh my god, so much text. Killing or abusing suspects will raise Vic's heat. Following proper police procedures such as arresting suspect and turning in evidence will reduce Vic's heat. If Vic's heat meter fills completely, the mission will fail. So yeah, they tell you that, but then they're like, "You've got to kill this guy."
Yeah, no shit. I think we bug that. We're like, why would they tell you that right before you shoot this guy in the head?
Dude, I can't remember anything about what we may have bugged on this game. Like all that shit that you just said right there. Like I forgot a lot of that. Press R2 to holster. Oh my god, we've gotten so much better with tutorials since then.
And you can't. There's that weird thing in the back of his head. You can't not. Oh yeah, he kills you.
He'll.
If you don't kill him, he kills you.
He'll get the drop on you.
Can you arrest him? Go try to arrest him.
I don't think you can move. I think you have to kill him.
Yeah, that's what gets the whole game. Question is, do you have to do all that shit again?
Yep.
I was always like, what the fuck is going on with this house? Why are the doors so fucking wide?
Are the doors wide?
Look at that door, dude.
I mean, I
It's
wasn't
like,
even paying attention.
you can like fit 4 of them in the spans of that door.
Well, I mean, that's
Shoulder
good
to
for moving
shoulder.
in furniture. You don't have to worry about. So I guess if you're not familiar with the show, and I'm not familiar with the show, but I guess the whole point of it was that Vic Mackey, Michael Chiklis' character, is a dirty cop.
Dirty cop.
Like the
not a
dirtiest
good
of the
guy.
dirty cops. And all of this stuff here about like confiscating all this evidence, like I guess he steals evidence from police scenes and
Look what
I guess maybe
found.
sells them for his retirement fund. I mean, that's kind of the purpose of taking all of this shit, in these weird mini games.
Look
I like
what
how you
found.
played through once and now every minigame is a success. It's like you've mastered the minigame.
Well, I failed the first one over there just a few minutes ago, but like now that I remember how to fucking do this thing, yeah, it's kind of coming back to me. It's kind of all coming back to me.
Look what I found.
You remember when what was the guy's
Look
name
what I found.
who had been in the military and had a beard and kind of long hair? And,
I remember 2 dudes who used to hang out with each other.
yes. One was tall and
I remember
one was
the-
kind of like a toady of the first guy.
I remember. I remember. I don't want to get into names here. The song title guy.
Yeah.
He would bug. All of his bugs would have like song titles or song references
Yes.
in the titles.
And eventually they came back, like towards the end of the cycle, I guess. Tensions were running high at the
Look
studio.
what I found.
As is the case whenever you're crunching for release.
And they came back and they told us to like change our bug title names and not to be clever, not to be funny, because like everyone at the studio was getting pissed off and they thought that we were all a bunch of jerks.
Which, in fairness, we were.
Yeah,
but
we thought very little of this game and very little of them as well. Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Look what I found.
it's not like we made anything. But still,
yeah, seriously. I think
what
the
I
only other game that these guys made that I may have played, I think they did. God, I can't remember. It's like some weird. Is it Drake and the
Look what
99
I
Dragons
found.
or something like that? Maybe wrong.
so much fun.
Look what I found.
There's a lot of shit to search.
Oh, man. Wow, fucking. How do you draw a gun?
You're not there yet.
Oh, yeah,
We're still in the tutorial stage. You gotta get that.
I'm gonna have to fight Watts eventually. You can beat this game in about 3 hours if you're so inclined.
No, they didn't do. I don't even know if this dude is still around anymore.
Dick. I'm just fucking in the dark.
Point of View was a privately held developer of video games headquartered in Irvine, California. The company was dissolved in 2010. The company's titles include a remake of Narc, that's what they NASCAR 06, and a remake of Spy Hunter. So, the game based on the hit television series The Shield. Many of the company's employees previously worked at studios such as Interplay and Troika Games. The studio employed 30 developers in 2009 and worked on Damnation and TNA Wrestling for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. In 2010, after a tumultuous relationship with partner Blue Omega Entertainment,
Holy shit,
and
Codemasters?
UK-based publisher Codemasters, the company went out of business, citing quote financial difficulties and lack of work. Point of View was founded in February 1996 by 3 game industry veterans. The leaders of the company were founders Chris Warner, president, Mark Nasha, vice president of business development, and Mike Terlecki, president of technologies. The games they made: Black Dawn, the helicopter game. Yeah, I remember that game. Helicopter game for PlayStation 1. Black Dawn, Brunswick Bowling, Damnation.
Go on, arrest me. Imagine the questions your captain will have about the money.
Free Views, Freaky Flyers, Garfield, Caught Me Hacked, Little Nugget, Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the Sega Saturn and PC. Wow. Arc, NFL Blitz. Those games were part of Midway at the time. Ready to Rumble. Yeah, they must have been at Midway. They must have been if they were working on those games.
Gun on this. Getting evident.
What do they have to do with Sonic Extreme? Sega Technical Institute. Dude, this is getting weird. I don't know why they're being credited with Sonic Extreme.
Alright. I can. Okay. Reload. Right, you could switch.
Yeah, you could switch. I think that was a suggestion that we made.
Evident. Dude, there we go.
Bring some crack on them.
Okay, objective completed. Right, man, I've done my thing.
Yeah. There's been an officer-involved shooting.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not registering on the mic.
Game is loathsome.
Loathsome.
It really is just like, why would you play this? Why would this be a game? You know, you can be a crooked cop too. Go through, torture people, kill people,
I mean, shit,
commit
that's fucking
crimes.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, but yeah,
Or
I
True
don't
Crime,
play
Streets
that
of New
shit
York.
either, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there could have been a big market for this game if it was, better developed.
Hey, Vic.
Oh yeah, I remember the station.
Hey, Vic.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Vic.
Ronnie.
Now you know that Michael Chiklis didn't go into a studio to record those lines. They just pulled them right out of the show somewhere. Just snipped them, going, "Hey, Ronnie."
He might have. I don't know.
Hey.
Hey, Ronnie.
Why would you? What am I supposed to do here?
Go to the evidence locker.
Hey, now you got the wrong guy.
No, it's just an oddly bright filing cabinet. Is it upstairs?
No luck.
No luck.
I remember having to go upstairs for something.
So, middle of the day. Why is that silent?
Hey, detective.
What's up, Flatfoot?
He definitely. He recorded "What's Up, Flatfoot," dude. Take it. Hours for this entire.
Maybe.
This is fucking messed up, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the random NPC barks.
From the game.
Look at your objectives.
Oh, really? Oh, Ronnie. Tag team clubhouse. Like an idiot. I like to have him run around and jump. He does this everywhere. Where's Ronnie?
You got the wrong guy.
I don't think so, buddy. Man, it sucks. You gotta do something with that or something.
No, I think that's just about
I've been framed, huh?
go in that room next to what? Yeah, that's the strike team meeting.
Word just came down from the chief. The strike team's officially on notice. The numbers don't lie. Crime rates are up, arrests are down. This experiment's failed.
You had us handcuffed. We deserve another shot.
It wasn't working when there were 4 of you. Now you're a man short.
Lem's coming back.
The department's been given no indication of that.
He just needs more time.
Your team's not yet officially disbanded. Make a high-profile bust, impress the brass, and maybe they'll reconsider your fate. Hollywood Vice received a tip that the Bizlats and 1-9ers are arming up.
The Bizlats!
What kind of arms race are we talking about?
Black market, fully automatic MP5s.
Those animals get their claws on those, it'll be Armageddon out there.
Exactly why you need to stop them.
We know who's supplying the gats?
No. You need to get the existing guns off the street and find the supplier.
I plan to.
We can do this. We can save the team.
Not me. I'm gone.
What are these?
Old Walton
Transfer
Goggins.
papers. You want to deliver them to Activator, or you want me to?
You want out, fine. But not until those guns are off the street.
Without Shane, there's just the two of us.
Let me worry about Shane.
And what about Lem? He's not coming back. His damn gut's all ripped up.
Lem goes where his heart tells him, not his gut. We make a clean bust without any heat, we'll get him back.
You bust without any heat. So, I don't think... I'm getting things mixed up. Like, I don't think Lem is ever actually in the game. I know that in the S.H.I.E.L.D. show itself, and I guess spoiler alerts for anyone that might feel spoiled from the S.H.I.E.L.D., but Walton Goggins' character, what's his name again?
Don't they murder him?
Yeah, he drops a grenade in his lap, in his car. So, like, Lem's dead, but I don't know if he's dead in the game. They're talking about him like he's not dead, like he's just morally conflicted about the whole whatever they just went through at the end of that season. This is some compelling police drama here. I think the S.H.I.E.L.D. was actually based off of like something in real life, right? Rampart, yeah. Woody Harrelson made a movie about that too, I think, that I've been wanting to watch.
Oh, wait. See, goddamn door.
Damn.
I think so.
No luck. Can't get through here. Not gonna work. Goddamn door.
Why does that amuse you so much?
I don't know why. Goddamn door. That's a motor pool. Let's go, bro. Now let's get out.
Right.
Oh, the PS2. How many hours of Goddamn door.
Cholo over there is Jorge Cruz.
It's the one you
second
gotta sneak
lieutenant
through.
with his
You
lats.
gotta, I think, you gotta crouch and walk around.
There's several Gizlats.
Because it's
One
either
you
that,
go to
or spend the
repack.
next 10 to 20 in Chino wishing he had.
All right, Vic will go ahead and
Metacritic
plant the
gave this
drugs.
game a
You and I'll play
36.
lookout.
Yes.
Hey, watch out. Dina's boy brought us some of these. They say, what is that sweet? Look, that ain't an SUV.
I remember playing this on my PlayStation 2 when it came out. I still think it gave me a blast. I remember spending hours on end. It very much reminds me of the 50 Cent game on PS2. But it's a great game. 50 cents.
With a new TV to even notice it was getting jacked.
Alden Daniel in 2017. That's way too late to be writing a positive review over this Shield.
Something's over there.
Matthew S. is
Shit,
November
yeah,
7th.
this got made, bro.
What?
You just a bunch of groupies trying to be a gang.
Yo, man, la chota y bien.
Oh, crap.
Cops! It's the cops, man. It's the cops. Get out of here.
Ah! You want to do it?
Sure, I'll go give it a shot.
I can't remember what my pathway was. And at one point in time, like this, I've been through this in like 2 seconds.
Sleep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like I knew exactly where to go where they couldn't see you. But like honestly, a lot of this shit I just forgot about.
Very good, possibly better than Grand Theft Auto. Shame
What?
that you can't beat other members of the strike team, as it would get a 10. He gave it a 9 out of 10. These are people that worked on the game, clearly. That was in 2004. That was before this game even came out.
That's pretty suspect.
Yeah. The game is much better than I expected it to be. It may not be the greatest game in the world, but it has strong points. You will love the game if you're a fan of the show. If you've never seen the show, you may be a fan after playing the game.
Got it.
Rob in 2007. Then Spencer H. I rented this game because my friend likes the show. It sucked the life out of me in a way that was almost humorous. I thought it was a difficult game until I realized that it was and remains a broken waste of time. All right,
There you go.
1 out of 10.
That sounds about right.
How do you crouch?
Hey, watch out. Dina's boy brought us some of these. They say, what is that sweet? Right.
Look, that ain't an SUV. We need him. Go get on it.
They say, what about that car, man?
Yeah, it's tight, but it ain't what we need.
Watch out, watch out. Took this one from some niner. Chi pendejo was too busy with his new TV to even notice it was getting jagged. Watch out.
We need 2 more SUVs.
Hey, you wanna watch out, dude? That guy come up
Hey,
and
tú sabes this shit is hot.
You just a bunch of groupies trying to be a gang.
problem is like their dialogue
Hey, we only left the
recycles.
6 and turned them out.
Yeah, there's not a lot of dialogue, and they do
No.
recycle it.
We the top dogs, I say.
Let's get puto. Just because you pack it, it'll fucking make you the man, pendejo.
God, it's like so. Oh boy.
Oh shit.
I've had enough, yo. I'm wasting a bunch of chavalillas trying to be a fucking
You
gang.
on Bizlat turf now, Holmes.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Watch it out. Tiger, baby.
I don't know. I'm not really sure that anyone would know who the Byzantium Empire is. The point with
Damn, he
it.
got me.
It's the cops. Al tiro, ya nos cayeron, ya nos cayeron.
This is refilling my soul with fucking dread and just a miasma of. Well, actually, like I'm very glad that I can just turn this off. And,
No shit. No one. Steve isn't gonna come over and ask you why you're not fucking pounding the build.
It's not my fucking. Well, he wasn't. He didn't have anything to do with this one. This was I know I gotta get behind that shipping container over there. I just need to figure out when to do it.
Hey, tú sabes this shit is hot.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, right against the wall.
A bunch of groupies trying to be a gang. Hey, we already lifted 6 and turned them out, see? We the top dogs, see? Let's get puto. Just cause you packing, it don't fucking make you the man, pendejo. I'll beat your ass.
This is what it's all about, just being, I think, is right up against the wall, as far away from everybody as possible.
Watch out for stuff in the road. Oh yeah, that's right. There's that
fucking guy right there.
Enough, man. Don't be stupid.
Ay, güey. Come on. Shit.
Oh shit.
You can't bump those trash cans, I remember that much.
Fucking stereotype city, man.
It really is. Pretty bad in that regard.
It's bad.
Music coming in.
Dude. Forever.
Oh, you only wish it was that.
I know, dude. It's funny, this music is so bad it makes me appreciate how, much better the downset shit was, and that downset shit was terrible. It was like downset.
They re-released that album too.
It was like a poor man's fucking POD, and POD is now a poor man's POD.
I think that they had beef with Rage Against the Machine because they claimed that Rage bit their style.
Do they now? It'd be like.
Well, I mean, I may be misremembering, but I think that was what it was. The band was known as Social Justice. They began as a hardcore punk band. They released their debut album, Union Strength, in 1989. In 92, they changed their name to Downset, released their Art Suffocation demo. The album, which explored various social issues such as the death of lead singer Ray Oropez's father at the hands of LAPD, was praised by critics. During the transition, they changed their sound by heavily incorporating rap metal and funk metal. In 1994, Downset signed with Mercury Records, blah, blah, blah.
God damn it, 94?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
By the time they did this, they were fucking so done.
Like, they were like heavily regarded as like some of like the earliest proponents of rap metal before, Mark or the Biscuit and all those fucking dudes. Downset's Jay Moore says he wasn't jealous of Rage. Yeah, I remember. Have you ever heard that song? Their song Anger? Did I ever send that to you? Oh my god, dude. I'm not gonna play it here because I don't want it. But it's not, I mean, lyrically, it's not a bad song. It's actually like kind of interesting because it's just him basically rage venting about LAPD killing his dad. Yeah, but it's
that would do it, wouldn't it?
It's comically like, aggro. What am I supposed to be doing here? Speaking of the bed, plant the heroin on the bed. That's right.
That's his bedroom.
Fucking Sanchez had to suggest that place. Oh, God, it burns.
I remember that. God, this was so stereotypically bad. Because they're Mexican, so obviously they ate burritos and it's bad for their stomachs. As is the Mexican way.
Rat trap set.
The fucking shit is sick, you see.
I'm out of here.
Pinches quiet down, you see.
Oh, I gotta sneak up on him, don't I? He's in the kitchen.
Yeah, man, shit's tight. Pinche puta. That's right, cause we're
that guy outside. He got like 3 character models.
Hey, turn that shit up, you see.
seeing this.
So what you're about to witness here is one of my suggestions.
Oh no, dude! The whole fucking level?
What was that? Hopefully just from the inside. What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to get up on him.
Arrest him, right? Burn his
I was supposed to leave so I could kick the door in. That's right.
Goddamn burritos. Oh, fucking Sanchez had to suggest that damn place.
I like how they say burritos, but
There's pizza boxes all over the place.
See, it's like little details, you know what I mean?
It's an incredibly spacious house, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, the
hallways are massive.
The environments in this game were always terrible. But it's funny, like playing this game, I understand why we thought like we could make a game. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like I knew nothing about how video games were made
at that time. Yeah,
at that time, like still, I remember like when all the talking about what was going on and whether there should be an engine or this and that. I was just like, yeah, man, sure. Like whenever you need sound effects, yeah, music. I'm zero about what made any of this shit go.
I tried to talk. Peek back out the back door. I tried to talk them. I remember Daniel and I were both. Door?
There's guys in there right there.
Hey, Doc, you hear something?
Oh shit!
Yeah, you gotta go left, I think, and then go around that fucking cabinet. So
yeah, I think you're right. All right.
It's 7.
Goddamn burritos. Oh, fucking Sanchez had to suggest that damn place.
This is just the beginning of the.
Oh yeah.
The racist.
We haven't got to beat Koichi or kill 20 black guys.
Kill 20 black guys is pretty rough.
It is. I was like, dude, we were joking. It was like you were literally a skinhead.
Yeah, you're a
skinhead going through the game,
white guy killing exclusively brown people.
You don't kill any white guys in this entire game.
You don't even kill any Asian guys, really. It's just all brown people.
Well, you beat Koichi.
You beat Koichi, and I think you kill some Armenians.
Yeah.
But, like, aside from that, like, it's all, Mexicans and black people.
You kill Armenians. There's a bunch of Armenians.
There are some Armenians, yeah.
But, I mean, this was in 2004. I mean, for...
Yeah, this isn't a post 9/11 world. Armenian was just as good as a fucking,
exactly.
Iranian. Almost the same thing.
Pop that stool. You're good.
Turn that shit up, man.
Oh, I'm knocking all sorts of shit over.
Blowing shit. Glowing fucking.
Man, I am so glad. Like, I used to feel a way about autosave, but now I'm very glad for its convenience at this point. Like, having to constantly confirm my saves. Like, even in Witcher, every now and then I would actually manually save, but
I would manually save, like have previous options.
Yeah.
Drugs are planted. Anyone asks, a neighbor complained about the noise.
Kids today and their damn music.
I like how the neighbor complained about the noise and 3 detectives kicked the fucking
Yeah,
door
exactly.
down. Right.
They send out detectives
Yeah,
for noise complaints.
We basically.
They send out this specialized strike team
Yeah.
for noise complaints.
They wouldn't do that. I mean, they wouldn't even do that if it was. They would call in your regular dudes.
Freeze! Nobody move! Hey, what's up, man? You got a warrant?
Yeah, it's called 2 bricks a horse sitting out in plain sight.
If you're asking me, it warrants an ass kicking.
Hey, man, that shit ain't mine, dog.
You got anything more original? I'm guessing the judge heard that one before.
It's bullshit, man. I'm innocent.
All right, let's fucking interrogate Jorge.
All right.
Grill. They had it in quotes, dude. Grill. We're gonna fucking bust into a fucking person of color's house after planting drugs on him. Fucking tell them their rights for warrants and shit don't matter. And now
even our reticle is like a white power symbol. You know?
Oh my god, come on.
Oh, he's pissed to whip his ass.
Who you
He's
trying
just
to
crazy.
What's going on?
I like how Jorge is just gonna try and fight you, even though
Trying to get crazy.
you've got a gun.
Alright, now that I've got him, I'm just gonna walk him back over. So this is the part.
That's right, he does the little
I can just
back.
beat the shit out. Yep, this is policing at its finest right here.
It's like, we need a sprite for when his fist hits Jorge. Should look kind of like when Batman goes pow on somebody.
How you holding up? Sooner or later, I'll hear what I need.
Yep, this is policing.
I was gonna say, wow, man, dude, does this not age well?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
shit.
This is
Oh
aged
my
fairly
God.
poorly, but you know what? Blue lives matter. Oh shit, dude, he just fucked him. But hey, he popped right back up because that's what
He didn't
minorities
go down
are.
at all.
That's what minorities are like.
They don't
That's-
feel pain.
They don't feel pain. They
Only white people feel pain.
What's going on?
The MP5.
This actually doesn't hurt him at all.
This is fucking messed up, man.
Yeah, it is. You're right, Jorge. It's extremely messed up. I like how you could literally beat him into the ground for hours, but his thing doesn't go down until you fucking play the minigame and put his face on the stove. It's like,
yeah, I brutalized.
Jorge's a tough guy, but face on the stove is his one weakness.
Where are they?
Hey, the 1-9ers are packing too, Wesley. Why aren't you over there bugging them, huh?
Where are the goddamn guns?
Hey, I don't know, man. Only Ruben does, my boss.
Where is he?
Oh, come on. Tijuana, man. Look, he's bringing the guns for the hit, all right?
When's the hit?
Tomorrow night.
Where, asshole?
A 1-9er crib, man. It's a homie named Watts.
Watts, dude.
Watts.
You finally get 15 years later. You get your chance to redo it.
What do you mean?
Wait, we do what?
Epic fight with Watts. Do you remember when you like got all pissed off and you rage quit the game and you threw your controller?
I don't remember. Wait, what happened?
They were fucking with the they were fucking with the balance of Watts, and you had bugged it at one point. You were like, okay, Watts is now a superhero. And then like one day I was over there and you were like in the lane over. For whatever reason, I got assigned to like the lane behind. But I hear you over there and you were like, at first you were just like, you were like, no, god damn, no, motherfucker, no, god damn it! And then like I hear the controller go, bah! I was dying, dude. I was like, hey, relax, bro, it's just a video game. You're like, fuck this.
Yeah, that sounds right. I don't remember that. I remember.
It was so funny.
I remember there's a character in here called like Rigoberto, and there was a build where Rigoberto was basically invincible, and I remember being mad about that.
Is there a character named Floyd in this game? It may not be Watts. It might be Floyd. Not sure.
I don't think it was Floyd.
It's a fist fight you get with a guy, and you have to fight him with your fist.
That sounds like Watts. That sounds like it may have been Watts.
I think it's Watts.
Evidence lock.
Yeah, you want to lose some heat, dude. Oh, that's your retirement thing.
Yeah, this is gonna. I think this actually adds heat.
Yeah, I think it does, but got. I like how there's an eye on you.
Where do I go to take the heat off of me then?
It's evidence locker, which I couldn't find it. I looked around a little bit, but I like how like there's police tape on.
Oh, here it is.
There you go.
The rest of my retirement fund. You know, it would be cool if there was actually a mechanic where, you know, putting shit in your retirement fund meant anything.
Yeah. That's the thing. You don't get like a different ending if you have a hard retirement fund or anything. When the game ends, it's just like the same fucking shit.
I think
no matter what you do.
I feel like it unlocks stuff, but I don't know. I really can't remember.
I want to say that sounds familiar. There might be something that you have a high retirement fund, maybe you do get a slightly different ending. Aren't there like 3 endings? I said that there's no different ending, but as I'm thinking about it, I think there are.
I think there are 3 different endings.
Yes.
I think that's something. I think that's another change that we suggested that they did implement.
Yes.
Is that there are? Man, we're actually gonna have to like play through this game and figure out. It doesn't take that long, but still, you have to play through that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm running around.
This is a pretty good stopping point, though. So
yeah.
let me save and wrap. So I guess we'll do a playthrough of this game so we can refresh our memories on all of the shit that's in it. But after that, we'll hit Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance.
Yeah, I think I think that there's some value here for people that don't know how games are made. You know what I mean? To see, or just like don't know the I mean, most people these days know how games are made.
Yeah, most people know they're
but
made.
It's like the process. The like I think it's knowing how something's made as far as like, well, you have a game engine, you have art, you have sound effects, and you have but knowing the process that something actually goes through, to get from what people develop to actually coming out. Although it's different now a little bit, but
it's a little different. But I mean, there's still a lot of the same stuff that you have to deal with. I mean, a lot of it is just like a major component of it is just working with people, personality mixes and egos that get in the way of things. And in regards to this game, this was really just like it was this game, and it was I don't know if you were there for it, but do you remember Bad Day LA? Oh God, Bad Day LA was a game that I think it was made by American McGee.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
It was.
You were not particularly happy with American McGee when back in the day.
Nobody, I don't think anybody that worked on that game had their names in the credits. I think I remember he was the QA head. He was head of the QA department, the entire department at the time. He walked around to people who worked on that game and was like asking him, "Hey, do you want your name off the credits?" And I think pretty much everyone was like, "Yes." Like it was a bad game in general, but it was like it was one of those games where it was trying to be funny by being insanely offensive on purpose. Like, and there was just a lot of really dumb shit in it that it wasn't funny, and because it wasn't funny, it just made the offensive nature of it seem that much less tenable. So, like, coming hot off of that game and seeing something like this, there was like this vibe that I definitely had, and a few other people had too. Where it was like, we have to be a little bit more discerning about the shit we put our name on. Like, and this game, this game isn't like Bad Day LA. It's not. I mean, it has a variety of issues, but like it's based off of an IP that I can only imagine has those same kind of issues.
I can see why Aspyr picked it.
I can see why Aspyr.
I mean, they were like, dude, it's like this game got made at Fox. They got all the original voice guys.
It was a mostly developed game. It was based off of a popular IP.
Had all the original voice guys that were in the show. You had Walton Goggins and all. It was all doing the voices. And they probably didn't realize they would lose the rights to the music and the fucking theme song and all the other shit. You know what? I've seen it though. You guys, someone must have been working on it when I was there, or that someone showed it to me. I've seen part of it before.
Yeah. This was oh damn, Metacritic 28. This scored even lower than Shield. F 4 out of 10, D 3 out of 10. Yeah, this was not a highly regarded game. GameSpot gave it a 3 out of 10 and called it an abject failure and a spectacular failure in almost every facet of its execution. IGN gave it a 2.7, saying, quote, "It's terrible." GeForce X-Play gave it their lowest rating, a 1 out of 5, and also gave it a Golden Mullet Award for the year 2006. PC Gamer gave it a 20%, saying it was, quote, so tasteless that I wanted to scrub myself with Lysol after getting up from the computer, and, quote, being a bad postal clone. Yeah, this was Mikhail Reparaz from Games Radar placed on his list of, quote, unfunny games, noting the comedic timing being off, poorly direct visual gags, and overall horrible voice acting. Yeah, it was a very terrible experience working on this game.
But I remember the narrative being that American McGee had been an American studio head, and then he went to China and built a studio there.
Yeah,
and the idea at the time, and things are a lot different now than they were in 2004 when this was developed in China. But the idea was that he could develop it in China with his team for pennies on the dollar of what it would have taken to develop it in America.
Yeah, because like he had name recognition, he had some prestige from that Alice in Wonderland game he did, but yeah, this was just a function of like, I'm going to develop this game cheaply with a tiny studio, and because he bounced around producers and whatnot. I read up about that guy not too long ago because I was thinking about. Actually, it was the Tommy Tallarico stuff that made me think. Because like I was like, man, he was one of the like
all the wacky characters.
Like the guys that created sort of rock star personas in the game industry of themselves. And I was thinking of like him and Dave Perry, and I was thinking, wait a second, there was that guy American McGee that was kind of like that way too. And I read up on his story, and it's like, this man, like it's pretty rough. Like,
what happened to him?
Let's go over this real quick before we bounce for the night. I can't remember the specifics, and I don't want to fuck it up. American McGee was born in Dallas, Texas, to an eccentric.
He worked at id.
He did work at id. Yes.
There you go.
To an eccentric mother who was a house painter. His only interaction with his biological father was on his 13th birthday, a meeting which turned violent as McGee's father drunkenly assaulted him that night. He was highly creative and gifted in mathematics and science, taking involved. Explaining where his name came from, McGee said his mother was a hippie and was inspired by a woman she knew in college that named her child America. Yeah. McGee had a number of stepfathers when growing up until his mother finally settled into a relationship with a transgender woman. When McGee was 16, he came home from school and found an empty house and found his house empty and abandoned. The only thing left were his bed, his books, his clothes, and his Commodore 64 computer. His mother had sold the house to pay for 2 plane tickets and the fee for her girlfriend's sex reassignment surgery, leaving him on his own. He packed up his computer, dropped out of high school, and took a variety of odd jobs, finally settling on a Volkswagen repair shop.
Okay, continue.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, then he works at id and makes a name for himself as a level designer. He gets fired at a few places, but eventually he designs American McGee's Alice, which was released to critical acclaim, and
obviously,
etc.
When he did that, he had enough name recognition to put American McGee's above his fucking title on an EA game.
Well, yeah, because I mean,
he just from id.
Yeah, mostly id. Ultimate Doom, Doom 2, Quake 2,
the
and
day
plus
I was fired. I believe we should have terror and freedom. That was powerful.
You have to read a little louder to the mic there.
I'm just reading.
Well, I mean, that's not good for a stream.
Yeah, but can they see it? I mean, can they see it? They can see it.
No, I didn't have it up.
Oh, okay. The opportunity to work it during those days was unbelievable, and the path set me on and led to me even more fantastic. I'm sitting here in Shanghai, China, still drawing on many of the lessons and experiences from all those years. Incredible. It all started with it. I mean, they don't really say. He went to Electronic Arts. He was very successful, and then he left Electronic for Arts, or the project was over, and he went to China.
Yeah, he started doing music videos, and then eventually he got it in his head to do their follow-up to Alice, which I think he did release at some point in the future, but I mean, on the way there, he also did
Alice Madness Returns.
Bad Day LA. He also mentions that his inspiration for the macabre tone of Alice comes from his disturbing, dysfunctional childhood. I like how that's a link. Dysfunctional childhood. And it has a shadow family.
Hey, man.
Alright, dysfunctional shadow families. McGee continues to live in Shanghai with his wife, Jenny Zhang. Hope I didn't mispronounce that. the company co-founded Mysterious Inc., a company that markets art, apparel, and accessories based on McGee's work. The couple have one child, Lucky Jack McGee. One of McGee's favorite books is Stephen King's On Writing, a memoir of the craft. All right, well, that's American McGee in a nutshell.
Wow.
That's the dude that is responsible
Again, I feel
for Bad
sorry
Day
for
LA.
him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's a pretty rough. Sounds like
sounds like a rough childhood.
Yeah. Well, they can't all be winners, folks. If you're watching this and you aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell, like the video, all that stuff. There's constantly... I have a video uploading every day now, well, except for the weekdays, but Monday through Friday, there's a new video or two up every day.
It's all over the map.
It's all over the map right now. This is just like stream of consciousness streaming at this point. But, yeah, keep updated. And we're calling it now. You guys have a good night. And we will see you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked what I said, what Justin said, if you like the content we're providing, if you had any kind of laughs at all, even if you hate us, if you hate my guts, if you want to stab me, if you want to say all sorts of horrible things to me, cool. Like the video, subscribe, you'll get fed all sorts of shit you'll probably hate, and if you like us, you'll get fed all sorts of shit you probably like. So, please and thank you.